or Pokemon Shield online battles. Now, during the last one, we tried out my new team, and it was pretty successful. If you had legendaries, I'm not sure how that would have really turned out if I was facing like someone who really knew what they're doing. I mean, he knew what he was doing, but I just don't see a lot of people using a lot of legendaries anymore, like competitively. I think there are very few that people actually use anymore, not even the VGC group, or the VGC side of things. So we're going to see what happens here. What do we got? We got someone called Donut with a accent on the O. Not entirely sure if that changes how it's phrased or what, but that's kind of cool. I wonder if you could do that. I'd do that to my my O on my name if I could. Is she gonna make a move here, or do I have to quit? Okay. Alright, 1 to 6. Okay, so it's basically the one I like to use. So I switched a couple of things around. I gave Excadrill a Focus Sash, gave Treevent a Choice Band, and then taught Treevent Trick to knock some, or to fool some people into using only one move, which worked for stats move. So they use a stats move. I managed to switch it with that. It's going to turn out very well. Okay, so fairly average. I've seen this kind of team before. So what should I start with? Let's start with Luxray. See where that takes us. The hardest part of always selecting your team, or where they go in, is always selecting the first few of them. The first one if it's a single battle, and then the first two if it's a double battle. I personally not a big fan of double battles, but I know a lot of people are. Okay, he hasn't beat the game yet, according to his thing. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's a bad player. It is a female. I wonder why I took a female on that. Whatever. Okay, so good start, I think. He's probably going to start with Sticky Web. The Luxray has a bit of advantage on him. But Ninjask probably is going to be faster, but Intimidate does cut Ninjask attack down, or whatever he decided to call it. We're going with Wild Charge. Try to knock out one shot. We'll go for Substitute. That's interesting. Does that mean I'm taking any backlash damage from that? I do. Not a lot, though. I take a little bit more from the... So, I wonder what he's planning on doing here. He's playing the baton pass to someone who's slower. Go for Substitute again. Very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anyone using Ninjask Substitute before. At least I'm cutting down Ninjask HP. I know it doesn't know what do you call that ability? Regenerator. So I'm actually going to kind of throw him off a little bit here. I'm going to switch to Ice Fang and takes the sides to Baton Pass right now. Go for Substitute again. Okay. I'm surprised he didn't go for Baton Pass at some point, unless he's waiting to the very last second to do it. Unless he's just trying to wear down my own HP, which is a possibility. What's he going to do? Is he going to go for... I don't think he can use Substitute again, can he? I don't think he has enough HP. Yep, I called it. Baton Pass. So he's going to switch to something that's slower to try to give it more speed. Especially which to switch to. So just to a Dragon-type Pokemon, I got a bit of... Yep, alright. So, I figured that's what he was going to do, so Ice Fang's going to get... If I had to guess now, Haxorus is going to use Swords Dance. I don't think Ice Fang's going to knock out in one shot, but I might be wrong. Nope. Go for Ice Fang one more time, see what happens. You can go for Swords Dance, or you're going to go directly for... Okay. Now, the trick here is going to be finding a Pokemon that can withstand an Earthquake or any kind of attack and hack break with the Speed Boost. You know, I'm going to switch to Excadrill for this. Excadrill has a Focus Sash, so I'm not overly worried about him knocking me out one shot. So we're going to go with Earthquake ourselves here. But I guess he's going to go for the same. He's going to hit first, probably. Yeah, he went for the Earthquake, which is not going to knock me out because of the Focus Sash, even if it does full damage. It didn't do full damage. He should have gone for the Swords Dance instead. There goes his base strategy. He's going to switch to Ninjask again and try that all again. Oh, right. I didn't explain. If you use Baton Pass and your Pokemon stats are increased, it puts that the extra increase in stats onto the Pokemon that switches out to it. I'm sorry, I forget to explain moves sometimes. So in this situation, he's probably going to, yeah, that Fiery Dance is going to knock me out. And then that's going to increase his special attack and everything. So now my best bet here, I don't think, it might know Solar Beam, but I don't think, I probably could go, if he goes for Solar Beam, I probably could just use Protect with Beyonce or Vaporeon if it's for the actual name. Surprised with this setup and price, one of them doesn't know Sticky Web. Okay, no, it's Giga Drain, that's interesting. See how much Scald does. Won't burn him because it's a fire type, but... So I'm just going to stall out for one turn because there's not much else I can really do. Go for Protect. That'll give him waste at least one Giga Drain. I could swap into somebody else, but... he would go Giga Drain right off the bat, and then he'd be fast. So I have to think on this for a second. I could go with Tree Vent, but Tree Vent's not very fast. I'm just going to have to wait it out. Nothing else I can do. Just going to use Giga Drain again. Restore a bunch of HP for him. How high is Corviknight Special Defense? 133. It's not great. I could swap in the Gardevoir and immediately use Psychic. Gardevoir will be locked in it, but I don't think he has a move that can knock out my Gardevoir in one shot. He might just destroy my Versativa's Volca-Drain, or however you pronounce it. So I got Swarm. It's not really going to help, but nice to know what his ability is, I guess. We'll go for the Psychic to see what happens. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure how... Okay. So it isn't super effective, but I managed to get a Psychic off. That should be enough to knock it out, I would think. Yep. Alright. So the big goes out of the way. I think he's going to send a Dragapult next and probably use a Ghost-type move to knock me out. Probably Dragon or Shadow Sneak, if I had to guess. No, it goes for Porygon Z. That's interesting. Porygon Z faster than Gardevoir. I've heard people using him lately. See what happens here. Okay, so I am faster. Which caused me to knock him out in one shot. All right. So I have the Choice Bets on Gardevoir in case you don't know what that does. That forces you to use one move, but it boosts the power of the move by quite a bit. I think it's 1.7. Maybe it's completely wrong, I'm not sure. I don't know why he didn't go with Dragapult first out. But that seemed like it would be the smarter solution. He's probably faster than I am, though. Look for Phantom Force. That's interesting. Do you not know? Huh. Who do I have left? I forget who I have left. I think I'll switch to Corviknight right now. I think Dragon Ball is his last faster Pokemon than Gardevoir. And I don't know how much damage Ghost type moves do to Steel types, but Corviknight's defense is quite high. Yeah, so you got hurt by the Rocky Helmet. I'm gonna go for Roost here. I'm guessing he's gonna try to keep using Phantom Force, but he's just gonna keep receiving damage every time he hits me. So he was just Dragapult. Okay, missing out on a Cloyster. Oh, I see. Actually, that won't work. During the last battle, Ice doesn't affect Corviknight very much. And I do a Body Press, so let's see what happens here. I should be faster, so I'm going for Bulk Up real quick. Unless it knows Guillotine, which is very unlikely that's even going to hit me if it does know it. Does he not know that Ice is weak? Steel goes for Shell Smash. That's interesting. I'm going to go for Bulk Up. So this is going to come down to if he can knock my Corviknight out in one hit, basically, I think. Because he lowered his defense doing that. And Bulk Up's going to increase Body Press's attack and by 2 stages, I would think. And he lowered his Cloyster's defense, so this is going to come down to a couple of things here. Let's see what happens. Ice Beam, Icicle Spear. That's interesting. Oh, I must have Skill Link. I don't think it's enough, though. One had to get a critical hit in order for them to knock me out right now. Maybe, maybe not. I might be wrong. 3, 4. Oh, I got a critical hit. Are you kidding me? 5. Nope, Corviknight's still in it, even with the critical hit. And he wants some HP because he had a Life Orb. This should be the end of Cloyster, I would think. Nope, still surviving with a little bit of HP. So I'm going for Roost. This is going to be useless, though. He's going to move faster, I think. Yep. How fast is Corviknight? Corviknight was being outsped by Cloyster. How fast is Corviknight right now? Oh, right, never mind. Okay, so the Life Orb comes and loses the less of his HP, so it's kind of like a double standard here. So I'm going to switch to Gardevoir one last time, then I'm switch to Tree Vent for my last hurrah here. So he switches to his Ninjask, which is probably going to be faster than Gardevoir, so... And then against Tree Vent, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Is that his last Pokemon? I think he has one more, doesn't he? Yeah, he has Dragapult left. I did trace the speed boost, even though it's probably not going to help. So we're going to go for Moonblast in case somehow I'm faster. He goes for the Leech Life, which is going to steal a little bit of HP from me and knock off Gardevoir. Never throw a lot of HP, though. This is going to come down to a couple of things. I can go for Phantom Force, which will be boosted by the Choice Scarf. The only problem with that is the fact that he's probably going to be faster than Tree Vent, so it depends on what moves he decides to use. First is going to find... Okay, so he has a big root, so that's to drain HP off enemies with. So we're going with Phantom Force here. Goes for Leech Life, as I kind of expected. Oh, I forgot, and I was going to just use Substitute to avoid the damage. Dang it. I didn't think that one through. I'm going to go for Substitute and just avoid the damage I imagine. Yep. It's going to mess with Substitute. I might have a chance if I get Dynamax right now. The only problem is Ness is still going to go first. So we're going to switch here and we're going to go for Max. We're going to go Gigamax and Max Phantasm. Or Dynamax, I mean, not Gigamax. I always mess that one up. Dynamax here, and we're going to see what happens. Treatment HP does double, so it brings up to 206. Which might give me a slight advantage over this. Go for Leech Life again. Go for Baton Pass. That's actually a bad idea. because I'm going to immediately use Max Phantasm, and if he switches to his Dragapult, then he has a problem. You probably figured I was going to go for Phantom Force again, which would give him an extra turn. But this is going to knock out Dragapult almost indefinitely. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the reason I can use any move now is because when you Dynamax, it cancels out certain items. Like I can't, now Choice Band is ineffective until I go back to my original form. And the other thing I don't know too much about this is if I go back to original form, am I still going to be able to use any move first before the Choice Band takes effect, or something else? So I don't think, unless he uses Substitute, I don't think he's going to survive this. I think I actually won this. So we're going to see what happens. Go for Leech Life if I had to guess, or Substitute. But I don't think Substitute will fully protect the attack. So he goes for a Dynamax too. So this is going to go. This is going to go down the factor. When he's Dynamax, he can't use. He's used Max Guard, but he can't use Substitute anymore. So this is he's just. So we're going to see what's going to happen here. This will go either way. I do have more HP. See what happens. It goes for Max Guard. He was going to let me go first, but if he uses Max Guard too many times, I got one more Max Phantasm, so this is going down to whether I can hit him or not. You go for Max Guard again and try to avoid it, but if it fails, it's over. You go for Max Waterby. It did not do enough damage. I don't know if... Is that... Okay, what did it do? Reward my special attack. So let's see what's going to happen now. Is that going to be enough? And it is. So, once again, I barely pulled that out of my butt. Just like in the last video. Or in the last battle. I think it's his last Pokemon name. I don't think is that his last Pokemon? I really hope it is. Yep, I beat him. Ooh, so that's 2 wins in a row. That's nothing that usually happens too often. He had a pretty good team, too. That Speed Boost Ninjask was the problem. So that's going to be it for this episode of Pokemon Shield Online Battles. If you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll throw another video out. This is Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next part. Till then, take care.